Oh, sorry, I forgot to actually talk. Yeah, that's probably helpful for you to be able to hear me. Yes. Although I could very well have forgotten to switch the microphone on, but yeah, exactly. Of course. Hello, we can hear you. I have a feeling he's faking it. XD. You are required. Quiet. Am I? Am I really? Yeah, if that happens again, please do tell me, because I could have very easily forgotten to switch on the microphone, but yeah. I thought that you might be able to hear the background noise from the computer, but apparently you didn't. So, hello, Kangafango. Hello, Mr. W. Welcome. Who knows? So, yes, like I said before, today we're going to do some more building on the Milton Valley Railroad. The sound of host helped to me to notify that you're alive. Oh, hello, Chris. Welcome. Right. So, Service Pack 2 for Trainz a new era. For Trainz a new era, yes, but that's the old one. That's not a relevant one. For TRS 19 is available. I haven't updated yet because I have a feeling that I will need to do quite a few repairs to my routes when I do update, which is why I haven't done it yet. I will do soon, but not yet. So we're still using Service Pack 1. So let's go. By the way, the stream title is still the same one as yesterday. Yes, I was going to change it, but then Kangafango said that woo could also be the sound of a steam whistle, especially an American one. So I thought I might keep it. I was going to change it, but then I decided otherwise. No, I would love to watch, but I'm about to go rail fanning. Oh, well, that's very exciting. Rail fanning. Where are you going, if you don't mind me asking? Like, generally. Like, I'm not asking for a specific address. I'm just generally what area, to get a picture of what kind of trains there might be. Shirley's, thanks. Maybe put TRS 19 as a category, though. Sure. There we go. Right, so let's get started. I'm gonna rail Amtrak up and UP and maybe more near Oakland. Oh, well, that's very nice then. Rail fan Amtrak, I meant. Yeah, I thought you meant. Yes, very nice. A possible translation for the word you're looking for is Feuerbüchsdecke. Yes, thank you very much. That is one I will write down. Because the one I found was Feuerbüchsmantel, but Decke could also be a good one. I should probably elaborate on that. At another place. Yes. Hi and bye, I guess. Bye and have fun. Yes, have fun. So, yeah, I was looking for, am looking for, at the time of recording this, a translation for the word crown sheet or crown plate, referring to the part, the top part of the top part of the firebox, which bends over. Which melts through if it's too hot, which is designed to melt through so that the whole boiler doesn't explode, but rather the explosion gets directed into the cab to try to save as many lives around the locomotive as possible. Yeah, and it's quite difficult to find a translation for that. Mantle might be the whole, including sidings, and Decke only the crown one. That is a good point, but I'm not sure. Hello, Chris. Chris 1 and Chris 2. We've got both of you. It's up to you to decide which one is which. Yes, so this is where we stopped last time. Yes. The main line comes from all the way back there, all the way over here. This yard is the little transfer yard for the sugarcane, which is going to be coming from back here, because there are going to be quite a few sugarcane fields, quite a large area, and that's going to be collected by a local freight train, which is going to then deposit them here for mainline trains to collect and bring down or up to the processing plant. Yes, there is a wigwag signal. I believe they're called the wigwag signals, which swing back and forth. So I guess let's continue making this area. Once we've done this, I want to continue further along here, because that'll be a nice change, having a smaller line with the sugarcane stuff back there. We can put in another industry, which is going to be fun. So yes. Hi, Shades. So when there's an explosion, the locomotive's cab basically becomes a death trap? Well, the thing is, in a uncontrolled boiler explosion, the people in the cab are going to die most likely anyways, in addition to everybody in quite a large radius around the locomotive. If not from the explosion or the steam, then from projectiles, shrapnel from the boiler, which gets shot out by the explosion into great distances. Or if it's directed into the cab, then people around the locomotive, at least, are going to be safer than otherwise. And there have actually been people who have survived that sort of explosion, a crown sheet melting. It's very rare, but people have survived it. So it's kind of a which one is the lesser of the two evils kind of thing. Also, if I were to ask, how's everyone today? Yes, my chair is comfortable, thank you for asking. Gonna go now, have a good stream. Also, if you are still live, I'll come back. Thanks. You have fun as well. Rail fanning is a very enjoyable activity. Bye. I dare you to imitate the deadlight sound, just for fun. Also, I'm good. Let's see how we go. Like, kind of like that a bit. Quite difficult to do. So yeah, nice. Interesting, nice. Oh, thanks. I strive to be. Well, what is the next step? The next step is to, I'd say, to put down the ballast. I think I might throw in a bit of water, sorry. Right, much better. So, 5 people watching. Hello, 5 people. Right. Actually, no, I'm going to replace the tracks first. Bulk asset update. Asset update. Nope, not the switch stand. The actual track. And replace it with this track. Nope. This track. That's strange. Now it worked, good. Will there also be an underpass at some point? Probably yes. But I don't know exactly where. Right back. Sure. Maybe with a water drain. What do you mean by with a water drain? See you soon, yeah? Sure it is, like a drain cover. This is in the middle of the countryside. If there's, I don't think they'd have sewers here for the drain, for the stormwater to get pumped into. Showdays, maybe in one of the days that you don't stream, you can do a stream called Downloading Requested Content for Trainz. Well, that would be a very boring one, because at the moment I don't have a first class ticket available, active. So if I did do that, then I'd start downloading the asset, and then maybe a quarter of an hour later, it'd be finished, and the rest of the time we just basically just sit there. Maybe if you're lucky, you'd get a story, but other than that, it's going to be very boring. Yeah, but I only tend to install stuff that I know I'm going to use, because if I download other stuff, then it's just going to be such a huge space. It's just going to eat up so much space on my hard drive, which I need for other things, because I don't actually have that much left, which is a bit concerning. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, I guess. Welcome back, Mr. W. Remind me, is this an hour-long stream or 2 hours? 2 hours. It's 2 hours. 2, yes. All of them are now. Yeah, they are. Thanks. Cheers. Yes, the other way around, I guess. I dare you to download from Trainz Forge. Also recommend like Canal Trainz. No, I will not accept that because, well, for one thing, I don't have any specific things that I am looking for at the moment. Although if there was a rail car, like an American streetcar, sorry, not rail car, streetcar, that would be very useful. However, the second reason why I won't do it is because the routes that I make, I want to either upload on the download station for free, or I want to make them payware, DLC. Like this one, for example, this route is going to be made payware when it's finished. And for both of those things, I can't use third-party stuff. Everything has to be either built in or available on the download station. Which means that I really couldn't use stuff from there unless I made my own personal sessions, which I don't want to share with anyone else, which I don't want to invest the time in doing that, because for one thing, it's a bit boring, really, because if you spend all of the time making sessions, then you're gonna be quite sick of the route and the sessions, considering how much time you need to spend testing them. And then if you're using third-party stuff in them, and you're the only one who's going to be able to play them, unless you publish them on some third-party sites, where people can download them who have those other third-party things, then it's just going to be a bit of a waste of time. So no, I will not accept that there. There's an egg liner. Oh, aren't the egg liners on the DLS as well? I thought they're on the DLS as well. Egg liner? Egg liner. After 15 minutes of loading, I am here! Hi! Hello, Slavic Eagle! Welcome, welcome. I'm just putting down tons and tons of ballast, literally. Yes. So, Showdays, enjoying Service Pack 2? Haha, I haven't got it installed yet, because I know that when I install it, I will have to likely fix basically all of my routes, if it breaks, which I have to be prepared for. So I'm going to do that when I have the time to repair those routes. So yeah, I haven't upgraded yet. Yes. He hasn't updated yet. Hey, what's an egg liner? Egg liner, I believe, were those ball type things on wheels. on the DLS. You can look them up. A fake passenger streamlined coach, usually used for maintenance or track work transport. Yeah, I think that's true. See you soon. Yes. I see. Interesting. Right, pausing stream for a bit. I did read that. I did read it. Right. Actually, what's this texture? I think I already... Yeah, I remember now. I already placed it down to see what it was. Many streams ago. Good. So, I've painted ballast. This bit could use a bit more. Just a little bit. Next is the forest texture. The forest texture indeed. Actually, no, before I do that, I want to continue the power lines, because that I may need to run that through the forest. Although I guess it would probably be easier if I just put it across the tracks like this. Although I'm not sure if that would spoil the landscape here, because... Although I did want to have them cross over. What do you think is better? Having the power lines crossing over here like they are now, or having them carry on over here, going around, and then crossing over later, sort of over there? What do you think is better? Let me read chat while you, hopefully, will answer. I see, interesting, thanks, yeah. Me, who saw Slovak Eagle as a mod in Trainz official server, is he a moderator / creator for Trainz? I am a moderator on there, yes. He is not a creator of Trainz. However, he does create custom content for Trainz. Mostly routes. Might be on and off pausing. That's fine. If Shriders needs to ask me anything, could you put it in chat so I can see? Thanks a lot. Yeah, I will. Thanks for letting me know. Shriders, I'd say later, probably. Okay, so later it is then. Which does mean that I will likely have to remove some of the trees where it crosses. I can have it cross over here like this. Actually, no, this could work, because I could have a split. So, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be better to have the split. Actually, no, it would be better to have the split here. So I could have the split here, and then carry on along the side of the tracks. So like this. Because I may want to put down a substation over by where the sugarcane stuff is. So that might be quite good. Although if that is the case, then it may be better to not have it go over here, but instead to have it... Is that straightened? Oh, it doesn't matter, it's only one piece. It might be better to have instead have this go over this way. So, for it to hook up there. Although it does mean this is quite low. That should be fine. Does this look realistic? Just crossing over like that? I think that's fine. Not this bit though. This needs to be connected. And then let's have it go over like that. And basically just go in a fairly straight shot over like this. Well, I mean, you can use third-party content on test routes that you're not gonna post. Well, I could, but the thing is, when I start a route, I always... when I start a route, a test route, then I always want to start it in such a way that if I decide to make it into a full route that I intend to publish, that I'm going to be able to publish it. Because it would save me quite a bit of time if I don't have to go in afterwards and change a lot of the stuff to make it able to be published on the DLS. Bit clunky looking, but it's probably alright. I've never seen those before. Maybe do some research on power line intersections. A substation would be needed. Yeah, I know. I'm talking more about this, where it crosses over the tracks. Do you think this is... I mean, it kind of has to be like this. Just seems so low. For these poles. Intersections. Definitely worth using those rather than the 2004 asset. Before that. Also, there are some better high voltage wires out there. Oh, right. I didn't plan on having them this close to the tracks. Mostly they're further away. I'm not sure what they're called. I'll have a look at that later sometime. However, if you happen to know what they're called, then please let me know. I'm not sure how this looks in real life. Is it just kind of... Is it okay if I just do it like this? Is that okay? Is that okay? I don't know. I will send you some asset ideas later. Okay, well, thank you. Have you heard of the worst Trainz creator ever? Bill Wu, the guy who falsely claimed to work with K&L Trainz. No, I haven't. Sure is. Alright, bit clunky looking. Yeah, I'm not really sure what substations look like, really. But I can always change this up later. Alright. Again, not alright. You did say again. Alright, I misunderstood. Bill Wu, the content stealer. He has been even banned from Trainz. One of the 2 people ever, but he still came back. Yeah, those kind of things are always very frustrating. Yeah. Content stealer is not a title that someone should be proud of having. Also, I'm eating pizza today. Well, congratulations. Can't say I've heard of him. Well, you could, but then you wouldn't be honest. If I did, it would be a false claim. I think you're right. Okay. Actually, instead, let's just make it so it goes up to sort of here, and then let's have a little bit of another texture mixed in with this. Just kind of create this dirt area here. Maybe a little bit of this as well. Not this big. Definitely not that big. Kind of a bit like this. Should be good. Maybe also have a little building there. There were some substation buildings as well. This one, for example. Well, actually, let's place this on the other side. Sort of like this, because then it also masks the end of the road, which might be helpful. At least from one side. Although no, it just looks like a little box, it doesn't look good. This might look better. And yeah, it's got the same texture on both sides, so let's just place it sort of like this. What do y'all prefer, Domino's or Papa John's? Like your McDonald's question earlier, neither, really. I honestly haven't tried either of them. A man lies, but the only lie he tells is that he is a liar. Ah, yes, the classical paradox. Everything I say is a lie. Actually, no, because I have heard of him now. It's a neutral claim, then. The truthness and the falseness evens it out into a neutral claim, maybe. Neither. I have tried either of them. Haven't, probably. Papa John's, at least, is an American thing, I think. Pausing again. Sure. Feel free to pause as often as you would like. I have no issue with it, which you probably don't hear this because you've paused, probably. So, let's do the forest now. You guys should eat coxina. Is that a type of pepper? Or am I completely wrong there? Cohia. Is that a type of pepper? What is it? I have no idea. You know, I did start to write some of the rule ideas for my own tabletop role-playing system. I haven't... Okay, let me start a bit further back. A few years ago, I had an idea for my own tabletop role-playing system, which would solve quite a few of the things that don't make sense, well, that don't make logical real-world sense in some of the more popular role-playing systems like Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder. So I started writing that, and I ended up rewriting what I had written about 3 times, I think. 3 or 4 times, because the presentation was awful, and it just got so overcomplicated that nobody could feasibly run it and have any fun with it. So I decided, I think last year or the year before, to put that project on hold and to focus more on other projects with which I could, well, which would be finished more quickly and with which I could potentially earn a bit of money. Now, since having the idea of doing a live role-playing series and using it as a playtesting platform for my own role-playing system, I have had quite a few ideas about what I could put into the role-playing system. Rules and such, presentation, that sort of thing. And since I didn't want to forget them, I could either just jot them down somewhere, or I could put them down in the document as the rules. So I decided to do that instead, because it means less work overall, and it decreases the chance that I'll completely forget what the notes were supposed to mean. Which is why I've started to write the rules. Yeah, I've started it. I'm not going to put that much time in it right now, but if I come up with a good rule or a thing that I want in it, that I will write it in. Yes. And I can do that now because there's still quite a lot of time until the Milton Valley Railroad is going to be finished, so I've still got quite a bit of time to actually write the thing before we can playtest it. Yes. So let me just quickly read chat. If you say everything I say is a lie, it's not a paradoxical statement. It's only that one claim that was a lie. Well, if you say everything I say is a lie, then that statement is not true. So it's not true that everything you say is a lie. Which means that, well, actually, yeah, in that case, that's true. Well, is it? Everything is. No, but it's the same thing, isn't it? Because if you say, I always lie, then that means that if it isn't true, then you never lie. But if you never lie, then that couldn't have been a lie, so it must be a lie. Unless you mean it's only that one. So it's not you never lie, but rather you don't always lie, you only sometimes lie. Is that what you're getting at? Because that's interesting. To quote Wikipedia, coxinha, Portuguese, this little chicken thigh, is a popular food in Brazil consisting of chopped or shredded chicken meat covered in dough, molded into a shape resembling a teardrop, battered and fried. In that case, I will not try it. Thank you very much. Coxinha is a popular food in Brazil consisting of shredded or chopped chicken meat covered in... You just copied it from Wikipedia. Haha. Both of you, thank you very much. Yeah, never had it, and I don't plan on ever having it, to be honest. I would like to try. I like new food. Maybe on Discord I will pass the recipe. I will be looking forward to it, he says, unknowing. Right. Okay. Anyone ever tried kimchi? Can't say that I have. Although I don't exactly know what it is. Yeah, it is interesting about the lies. Yeah. What is kimchi? I don't know. Kind of strange to have that quietness. A staple in Korean cuisine, blah blah blah. Salted vegetable, fermented vegetables, chili powder, experience. Oh, well, in that case, I may try it sometime, but I don't have yet. Just can go. I kind of want to try it. Yeah. No problem. Try a pastel maybe too. You mean like a pastel pencil? Because to be honest, I don't think that's going to be a good thing. Or maybe pastel chalk. Or pastels, like oil. Paint the pastels. I wouldn't try any of those. At least not to eat. I may try to paint them, but like this, no. Pastel is a typical Brazilian food. Okay. I'm not gonna read all of that. I got the rough idea of what it is, but I don't want to spend that much time reading it. Because if you had typed that out yourself, and it was something that I found quite interesting, then yes, I would definitely read a lot that you typed. However, since this is probably a copy-pasted thing about a recipe, about stuff which I am not that interested in at the moment, I would rather build the railway. Any of you tried or ever heard of Kaulski? No, I have not. Won't try it with geogel though. Nope, noz. Soap noz. Would you try the pastel? Don't think so. It's a traditional national Slovak dish made of potato dumplings with cottage cheese and bacon. Sometimes onion on top as well. In that case, no, sorry. Salted seafood. So, let's see this. I think it might be good to have this as sort of a an open grass area. If there's not really anything grown here. I think I might want to make the field boundary come over this way, like that. Although, if it's agriculture, like if it's Acker, as it's called, then I might as well make it all one field. Might look more realistic that way. Today's topic of discussion, food, apparently. Well, if that's the case, then I preferred last stream's topic of discussion, or the stream before that. No, the stream before that, which was the... was it that one? I think it was that one. The roleplay discussion one. That was fun. Not sure if it was the last one or the one before that. Maybe both of them. Other variations such as strapake, which have cabbage but no cottage cheese, no onion. I would try pastel too. So basically a salad? Yes. Well, a salad. Salads I like. If it's a salad, then there's a good chance I would try it. That might be nice then. So let's see, I think that this golden color might fit quite well here as a field color. I'll paint in the grass underneath the pylons afterwards. Actually, let's do the shrubs first. Might be a good idea. Please bag me 2 onions to go, please. Trace, you eat kale, don't you? Sometimes, yes. Trace, healthy boy, me and the rest of the viewers. Drunk boys. Well, you said it, not me. Although I have a sneaking suspicion that Kango Fango also eats healthy. One of these. Ah, one of those. What are you insinuating? I'm insinuating that the insinuation has progressed far enough for you to know what I'm insinuating, and that's what I'm insinuating. I see. Oh. Okay, let me just look at that one. Yep, I see. Now I can more easily visualize what you mean by those words. What the pastels look like. Although I imagine it'd be quite hard to draw with them. Right. So what does this look like? This looks good, I think. Maybe it'd look better if I put the grass in. Right, so like that. Scheiß. Where should the pylons crossover be? Chat. Food, 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 food. Yeah, exactly. You must all be very hungry. Look at the pastel. You will like it. Let me guess. You hungry? I like it, lol. Lol. I am editing the... Yes, I'm editing the right layer. No, just Charlotte's joke. Also, there are two Chris's. Yes, there are. Joke? Yes, you know, you say something usually with some sort of non-funny build-up, which then gets funny with a thing at the end that's called the payoff. If a joke is good, then it will have a good build-up and a satisfying, hopefully funny payoff. If it's bad, then it's mostly the fault of the payoff. Which can either be because it's just not humorous, or because it is too obvious, in which case a joke can become cringy, which in its own right can be funny. However, a lot of the time it is seen more as a bit annoying if it's too cringy. But yeah. Now, if this was a joke, then there'd be a payoff. But since there isn't one, banana. There we go. Where was the joke? Pastels. Oh, that. With the power line substation, I feel like a few bees are outside my window in the winter. Yeah, you're right. It does sound like that. Well, that was like 16 minutes ago when he first made it. You probably missed it. Ha 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 ha. So funny. Banana XDDD. Deadlights in a nutshell. A flying turtle shell with LED lights. Yeah, you did say that in Discord as well. I know. I remember. What is that? That. To me, it actually looks more like the underbelly of a centipede, which is glowing from the inside. But, or maybe a cockroach, something like that. But yeah, I can see that. I can see that. More like 5, I think. It wasn't 60 minutes ago, yeah. Whatever. I'm out of it again. Forgive me. It's fine, it's fine. You are forgiven. Or a cockroach, yeah. So, this looks good. Needs a bit of more work over here. It's the underbelly of its spider form. Yeah, I know. Although, when I watched it, when it was revealed that this evil creature that had been haunting that area for hundreds or thousands of years, that evil which could not be destroyed, that evil which, that eldritch horror thing, that formless threat which could appear as anything, when it was revealed that it's a spider, but it's big, but it's a spider, at first I was tense. It was a scary thing. It was tension. Oh, and they're going into the sewers, into the caves where it is. The tension was building and building and building, and then, so it's just a big spider with psychic powers. Oh, and they can kill it by punching it. And it was that kind of deflated the tension. Like the build up was it was so much build up that for it to just be a spider with psychic powers, it just felt underwhelming. I mean, if it was just the bright light itself, then that would be, I would think that would be more satisfying than the way that they did it, at least in the film. It could just the bright light. I mean, I haven't read the books. I don't know what it's like in the books. I don't know what it's described like in the book. I don't know. So maybe it's different there. But in the film adaptation, I've only seen the old one, the miniseries. It is, basically what I've just said. Bye, you have officially been forgiven. Yeah. And less 60 minutes. I did some other stuff on PC, hence I didn't really recognize them. That's fine. Yeah, I've seen it. I wish they didn't have the spider thing in it. It was just kind of, it's just a spider again, yeah. I am the eater of worlds. Okay. I mean, it's quite fitting. We seem to be discussing food all the time, so welcome. Please take a seat. Although please don't eat it, because it was actually quite expensive. Yeah, it's an heirloom. It's been in the family for generations. Yes. And by that I mean the seat, not the chair. Not like, what? Imagine if the deadlights existed. Doesn't exist. I think people would probably not really know about it. Like, you did already say that last stream, and my answer is the same. I think people would probably not know about it. If that did exist, then I think it would remain largely unnoticed. Because there's so many dangerous things that can kill a human that a few disappearances wouldn't really be that noticeable in the grand scheme of things. No match for Mort, right? No match for Mort. Not sure what that reference is, I'm sorry. If it is a reference. I've actually watched 1.5 parts of it. Exactly. And of children, and you are the next. Useless sharp teeth. Uses sharp teeth. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the fact that that spider thing, that it could squeeze through those small pipes, even though spiders are arthropods, meaning they have an exoskeleton which is notoriously unsqueezable, which is the point of it. Really didn't make that much sense. But yes, it's not actually a spider. It's actually an eldritch horror which may have come from outer space, but still, I mean, it's a spider. Quite interesting. I never really thought about that when I saw the movies. Old effects before CGI. Well, that's not really an excuse, because there are plenty of films that are way, way before CGI that have brilliant effects. Like for example, The Thing. The film The Thing uses practical effects. Both versions of it. The black and white version and the newer version. And it came from outer space. Yeah, that's another one. Or The Forbidden Planet uses a mixture of practical effects and hand-drawn effects. Or if you look at the Star Trek, the original series, which was before CGI. I mean the original, not the remastered, because the remastered, I believe it does use CGI. I mean the original. Then you can see, yes, some of those effects aren't exactly great, but some of them are. Some of them are good. I mean, you can definitely have done something. Like, for example, another example is, what's it called? Like a lot of like a lot of horror films with ghosts in them, and things like that. Even black and white films use normal special effects before CGI. So I don't really think that that's any excuse, saying that, oh, yeah, it was a bit underwhelming because, well, they hadn't had CGI yet. In fact, I think that in most cases you can get a more impressive effect if you use practical effects as opposed to CGI. Another example is, of course, Journey to the Center of the Earth, or 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or what is it, 200,000 Leagues Under the Sea? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I think. Like, for example, in Jurassic Park, for the close-up scenes, they used animatronics. They used practical effects. And that looks so much better than in Jurassic World, when they used CGI for most of it. In the original Jurassic Park, they did use CGI for when you saw the entire dinosaurs moving. But when you didn't see the entire dinosaur moving, it was practical effects. Another good example is E.T., Extraterrestrial. The original, they used practical effects, animatronics, and that looked so great, so realistic. But in the remaster, in the Blu-ray, they replaced a lot of it with CGI, and it just looks fake. Which is why I'm actually kind of sad that I don't have the DVD anymore with the original effects. And at some point I will have to get the DVD with the original effects, because that is just so much better. Another great example of practical effects is Gremlins. Yeah? Gremlins use all practical effects. Another one is the Critters series, or Tremors. Yeah? Tremors, well, the thing is, the Tremors 3 and 2 use a lot of CGI, which didn't age that well, especially in 3. but the practical effects in Tremors look great. Yeah. So, yeah. It's like watching the mind of Maniac, isn't it? The show sounds insane too. What do you mean? Not sure what you mean. Yeah, it does. Never watched the AHKJ series though, so I might have if I had. Well, a lot of the evidence is from AHKJ. Thought about it. I haven't even heard of it. Yeah, I never knew it existed before I watched the vid. Nom. Eater of worlds, not seats. Well, then if seats don't count as part of the world, then what does? Trees? Earth? Granite? Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. Quartz? Magma? Iron? But what if those materials are refined? Do they no longer count as being part of the world? Who knows? XD, haha. I'm not afraid of a shape-shifting looking old-ass clown. Yeah, but the implications were there that it's something really powerful, really incomprehensible. Yeah. Shreddies, what Miss W had talked about yesterday. Oh, I see. More from Madagascar. Yeah, that makes sense. The theories and analysis of him. Did he comment on Mort? I did. Shreddies, maybe the spider form wasn't its real form either. Maybe not, but then why could they suddenly kill it in that form if it wasn't its natural form? Also, didn't they say it in the series that it's in its natural form now? Who? Do you mean Shreddies? Sometimes more or less. More is less. 20,000, yeah, pretty sure. Animatronics, also. The actor of Pennywise, Jim Carrey, cannot act anymore. He had a stroke in 2012 and he can't walk. Yeah, that is unfortunate, of course. There's a link to YouTube there. What is that? Oh, right, that thing. Yeah, that's actually very interesting. Rex, animatronic. That's sad. He also appeared in Home Alone. But we have a new actor for Pennywise. Bill Skarsgård. Search it. I can't now at the moment. Yeah, I was about to say that about Bill Skarsgård. Sounded like a thunderclap. You mean when I hit the microphone accidentally? Sorry about that. Try this. AHKJ. All hail King Julian. Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. I think they did say it about the natural form, but maybe they just didn't know about the actual natural form. Maybe. Although if that's not its natural form, then how could that have destroyed it? I honestly don't know. Well, at least you're being honest about it. Another thing that I decided to do was with the tabletop role-playing system, which I've started writing, is to put in little examples of how some of the rules are used. So, for example, if there is a specific rule, like, for example, knowledge checks or something like that, then I've decided to put in a little excerpt. So, where there is a player and GM who basically like a tiny little script where it says player says this, does that, and then the GM says this and does that, and so on. Just a few lines to make it easier to understand how the rules meant to work. Like, because I know that sometimes, even though it looks like it's very easy to understand, other people may struggle with it. I know that that is definitely the case for me in some instances. So I thought that might be very helpful. That sort of thing I've seen used in the Star Trek role-playing game, Star Trek Adventures from Modiphius. I'd forgotten completely about it, but I remembered it and thought, hey, that might be a good thing to do in my rulebook as well. Yes. So let me read chat again. Chat is new Pennywise. New Pennywise? New Pennywise? Yeah, big forehead. The deadlights in the scene I showed in last stream be like deadlights. How dare you awake me from my slumber? I shall now kill you for your sins. I see. Shays, isn't it another Star Trek system? The system I am writing, no, it's not a Star Trek system. It's more fantasy. Because, well, we've already got Star Trek Adventures, and that does a brilliant job of capturing the feeling of Star Trek, in addition to having very well explained rules for a lot of different things. So I really see no use in making another system like that. Additionally, of course, I would likely not be able to publish it because of copyright infringement if I did do that. So no, I'm making more of a fantasy system, because I like the idea of, because if I want to play a sci-fi system, I'm just going to play Star Trek, because Star Trek is my favorite sci-fi IP, intellectual property, if you didn't know. So if I'm going to play sci-fi role-playing game, I'm going to play Star Trek. So yeah, I thought I'd focus on a fantasy system, because with a fantasy system you can also do a lot. Yeah. Shalice, didn't STA also have examples like that? Yeah, exactly, it did. And even Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I don't think so. I don't think Pathfinder had them. D&D 5th edition maybe, but I only really looked in the manual a couple times. I didn't actually read it, so I don't know about that. But I don't think Pathfinder had them. With the skeletons on the bridge? Oh, right, that. Oh yes, well that is an example of play. I don't mean that. The thing with the skeletons on the bridge was basically a dictation of a complete encounter, which utilized a lot of different rules. What I mean is more examples of specific rules, so that a rule is explained, and if I think that it could be misinterpreted easily, then I'm going to give an example of how to use that specific rule at that place. Yeah, but you're right, the skeletons on the bridge thing was in Pathfinder. And even, yeah, because the thing is that Kango Fango and I, we've both actually read through the entire Pathfinder core rulebook. So, yeah, I should really remember that. But there are so many things in there. And it wasn't really the exact same thing as I was thinking of. Snapshot is so basically something like Pathfinder and Fate combined. No. There will, of course, be elements of classical fantasy. So, spells, magic, that sort of thing. However, let's see, do I want to put anything in this little area here? No, I think I'll just cover it with grass. Maybe a few more shrubs as well. Oh, right, that reminds me. Oh, of course, I need to do that. All of this area. I haven't actually been placing the trees by the side of it. That's what I need to do. So, no. It is going to have some similarities. Obviously, it's both fantasy role-playing game. However, I'm going to use as much original content as I can. And by that, I mean, yes, there are going to be levels, but only skills will have levels. And basically, I already have changed a lot of the stuff that people may recognize from other role-playing systems. Like, for example, skill points are not assigned normally during character creation. It's not like you get this many points, you assign them in different skills that are pre-made, and then you're good to go, but rather skills are more dynamic. Skills are basically when you do something, even if you don't have that skill, then you are going to get that new skill, and skills can be made up during the game. So if your character does a very specific thing, like for example, if your character is normally a cook, and then for some reason you have to try to make sure that a bridge won't collapse, then your character might gain a new skill of architect and gain a little bit of experience in that, because you'll get experience in skills for doing things using those skills. Yes, which is very different from things like Pathfinder or D&D. Yeah, because I don't want to go into too many details yet, because it's not, a lot of it isn't very solidified yet. A lot of it is still very much in the early planning stage, so I can't confirm that many things about it. Or what will be a key difference between yours and the already existing ones? Would you care to elaborate on that, please? Well, I think I just did. That's one of the big differences. There may be some other, I mean, I may not be the first individual who's thought of handling skills in that way. However, so there may already be other systems that do it similarly, but I have not heard of any of them. I came up with that idea myself, and if it already exists in some shape or form, then it's convergent evolution. Also, will your system have Trainz? I don't know. At the moment, I'm not planning on having them. However, I may include rules for them. It's really a question of whether it's common enough and different enough from other rules that the GM isn't going to be able to make it up on their own reliably. Because if Trainz would just work in the way that, you do a skill check to drive the train. Okay, you rolled. Okay, I can drive the train. Then I don't really need to put in rules for that, because, well, it'd be redundant, really. However, if it's a bigger part of the game, then putting in certain rules for how they work might be useful. But then again, you could easily get bogged down in rules and getting too complicated with them, and then it's not really fun to play with anymore, because you constantly have to look up rules and, how does this work again, how does that work again, and then it's not going to be that much fun. The same if people are not really going to use it, if it's not really a core part of the system. Yes. Have you heard of UVB 76? No, I have not. What is it? Nope. Rightio. I did. Be right back. Gonna be back. Sure. See ya. Alright, how about Lily-pad Pond? You mean in this area? No, because it's on a hill like this. Wouldn't make sense for it to be there, fortunately. So yeah, Shadows. Also, do you think having those steam shovels there would be realistic? I mean, I like them, but I think the route is set in the 50s, 60s? More modern equipment would be more applicable. Well, I think that steam equipment would still be around, especially in more rural areas. Imagine that, getting the job of making sure bridges don't collapse, getting fired for making them too safe, and then the guy who fired you tried to make the bridge safe themselves and made the entire bridge collapse. Well, something similar like that did happen. Charles, maybe if every locomotive had its own character sheet. Well, if I made a game that's entirely focused around trains, then yes, the locomotive and probably each wagon that you've got coupled up would have its own character sheet with its own statistics and things like that. It would probably actually be a bit similar to how starships are handled in Star Trek Adventures, now that I'm thinking about it. But my role-playing system will not focus around that, or on that, so it will not be like that. And if it's 5 plus carriages, a penalty gets added for the train's rolls if it's going through terrain hilly or terrain mountainous. Maybe. There would probably be something like that in it if I did that. Yeah, true. About the pond, it did? What? What do you mean it did? What was that referencing? I don't know. Oh, something like that happened. Oh, right, yeah, I get what you mean now. Yeah. Someone got hired to build a bridge. He said the bridge needs to be built like this to be safe. Someone else, the man he was working for, said, no, that's too expensive, build like this. He said, no, we can't build like this, so he was fired. Next guy came in, said, okay, this isn't safe enough, we need to build it differently. He got fired. So then in the end, the guy decided to design the bridge himself, worked fine for 11 years, then it collapsed while a train was driving over it in winter. The carriages basically had cheap heaters in them, cheap ovens for heat. They were wooden. When the bridge collapsed with the train on it, those wooden coaches got basically turned into toothpicks with people inside them, which then caught fire. And yeah, it's a disaster. It was literally a disaster. Yes. Yeah, true. Alright. Who knew? Yikes! I think that's pretty much an understatement. Yeah, I know. You don't need to tell me. I hope that these aren't too many objects. I hope it won't lag. I think it should be fine. Alright. Yeah. Sure. So, Slovak Eagle, are you still here? Are you just listening to chat while working on something else? If so, I would be very interested to know what you're working on. Or, I guess, playing if you're playing something else. Also, let's quickly check if Swedar is lurking. According to the user in chat, he's not. I do like to look there, because he does like to lurk. Also, I wonder what Anthony Sarson's doing. He's usually in these streams. Maybe he's busy. Or maybe he just doesn't find them that interesting anymore. Swedar isn't lurking. Thank you very much for that confirmation. He is too busy playing multiplayer with me. Ah, I see. Yeah. Tiers 19 suspect to test? Probably. Considering that Slovak Eagle updated to the beta quite a while ago, which was why he couldn't play on the Eagleville map multiplayer with the last stream multiplayer game. I doubt that he would have downgraded Trainz to play multiplayer now, especially since Service Pack 2 just released, and I know that he's previously had been updated to that, so probably yes. Alright, works like a charm. Oh, so you believe that charms work then? Magical charms, you believe that they work? If indeed you mean that the multiplayer works. Lovely, yes. I concur. Hopefully it didn't crash. Might just take a little while. XD. Down in Paradise. Yeah, I know. But since the step from Service Pack 1 to 2019 to Service Pack 2 beta broke loads of things, maybe Service Pack 1 to Service Pack 2 would also break things? Exactly, which is why I haven't updated yet. I want to be able to have the time to fix all of the routes I have in TRS 19 if indeed they break because of Service Pack 2. So that means that for one thing I need to make some backups of routes first as CDP files, then I need to make a backup of my entire system, then I need to finish some small things that I'm working on at the moment, and then I can update. Once I've updated, I need to fix the routes. Once I've fixed the routes, then I'll upload the Coleman Mountains Railroad as DLC using the Content Creator Program 2, if that works, hopefully. Even if Service Pack 2 beta to Service Pack 2 doesn't break things. Trainz, good luck with that. Hope everything will go well. Yeah, I know you have TRS 19 as well, Kangafango. So I hope that things for you will go well as well. Small things, like Ghostly Venture. No, smaller things. Service Pack 2 didn't break anything to me, nor for other people who directly updated. That is good to know. I'm hopeful that it won't break things, but some people always find stuff to complain about. Yeah, this is crashed. But it did only just save. Actually, let's wait and see if the message comes. Thanks, no problem. So, if I zoom in here, you can see me. I'm bigger. Hello. Oh, and you can also see the decorations over here. You can see the tiny little wooden comet or shooting star that's tied to one of these paper trees. Very nice. So, the message didn't come apparently, so let's just start it straight away. Yes. XD. Ooh, here's an idea. Get the summoner from Coasted Mansions into TRS 19. Perhaps. With PBR textures. Maybe. But the thing about the summoner is that it has kind of that gem shader with reflections, which, like fake reflections, which I'm not sure would look great in TRS 19. Oh, and also an unlit one with sounds. If I needed it for something, then I would do it, yes. But at the moment I don't need it, so no. Update to Service Pack 2 from Steam worked well for me, at least. For me as well. However, I currently have only the Löschen Pass route, which is really at the beginning. Yeah. Revert changes, of course. Yes. Thanks for the input, however. Let's see, where were we? Yeah. Even this shrub here is here. So it's basically just where we were. Nice. Also, are SP1 and SP2 of TS19 cross-compatible with multiplayer? No. Oops, wrong layer. And that's why I always keep the other layers locked that I'm not currently working on, so that it will remind me that I'm on the wrong layer. But T plus and PE is now compatible with standard and regional, which is very nice. That is very, very, very nice. That's something at least. I decided to update Eagle County as well, so it is fixed up and we can enjoy a long American route. Great! I may have to download that again at some point then, if I have enough space for it. Yes. Although it did lag a bit for me, so I'm not sure about that. Although at some point I will need to get a newer computer, because the thing is, the life expectancy of this computer, it's already surpassed it, because yeah, this one is about 5 years old, and it has done a lot of hard work with ventilators running for most of its lifetime of use. Like, for example, they're doing right now. So listen to this. Could you hear that? Which, yeah, plus the space is getting used up very, very quickly. I don't have that much space left on this, so I do need to get a new computer at some point. Problem is, new computers are expensive. Yeah, what do you think I was going to say? You probably didn't think I was going to say something else. Anyway, lovely shadows. Yeah, you're gonna need quite a few square miles, I think. I could barely. I'm back. Hello, Chris. Welcome back. How was your time away? I ate 3 slices of pizza. I suppose that's a good answer to the question. Sure is quite a few square miles, referring to you not knowing if you've got enough space for Eagle County. Oh, right, I get it now. Yeah. Makes sense. Ah, indeed. Actually, I'll open the window. It's getting a bit warm in here. The night air was cool and fresh, very refreshing. Shanice, what would you rather visit or help? Penville or Gem Creek? I would say Gem Creek, because Gem Creek is in the mountains and there's a chance you can see a ghost there if you're lucky. Additionally, I like the scenery better. Yeah, it's quite warm here where I am as well. Also, in the 1890s route, me and Brent went to test out some stuff. Switch modules, like on model railway, interlocking towers, etc. Ah, interesting. How's that turning out? Bruh, your door opened by itself. Well, don't mind that, it's just a ghost. But there's, really, there are windows open upstairs, and one second. Yes, there are windows open upstairs, and that window I've just opened, so there's a little bit of a draft going through. And it closed very quietly. Yeah. Actually, does anyone remember the telephone number? Does anyone remember the Ghostbusters telephone number? I think it was 555 something. It's a ghost. Of course it is. I mean, you can clip it if you want to, if it's not already too late. I mean, it's going to be archived anyway on YouTube. I just remember 118. I just remember 118. Yeah, I have no idea, and that's not going to be helpful if a ghost attacks me and I have to quickly call Ghostbusters. However, I do have a telephone right here. Yeah, one with a cord. Do you want me to show you the receiver? I can show you the receiver. Here you go. Receiver. Corded telephone. Yes. So it is 555-2368-118. Ghostbusters! Yeah, indeed. You know what would be a bit creepy? If right after I showed you that I have a telephone right here, showed you the receiver, as soon as I put it back down, if it rang, that would be creepy. That would be really creepy. Why creepy? Well, because I would get the feeling that someone who was watching the stream, who saw I have a telephone, somehow found out the number and decided to call me on it. So, yeah. Also, share this. If the Ghostbusters got larger vehicles, what would they be called? Ghost buses? Is it just me, or did I saw a shadow pass behind Paradise? No, it's don't worry. It's just the lady who lived here previously. Oh, she's a ghost. It doesn't matter. At first, she was kind of, well, a bit annoying. She used to play tricks on me, like appearing in the mirror behind me when I was washing my face, or staring down at me when I was going to sleep, or rummaging through the knives drawer, things like that. But in the past few months, she's been more docile, really. It's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, hello, JFRXXN. Hello, welcome back. Do you see anything raid fanning? Any good raid fanning things? Hello, I'm still raid fanning, but stopping by until the next train comes. Good. What do you see so far? I didn't see the phone. Is it classic cord one? Here. This is the cord. The telephone with the cord. Right there. You can see it. Holding up. Yes, it is corded. It is not wireless. Sure is. Close enough. My answer was Ghostbusters. Close enough, yeah. But yeah, sure is. Oh, was that the lady that stared at you in the South Africa route in the carriage? No. No, that was a different one. NTS? Hey, very quaint. Suppose so. I don't really like using wireless devices if I don't have to. Haha, cord. music chord. I can see it in the link. Aha. I know what you meant. Of course you do. You're a clever boy, and you did run, and you did remember. So of course you did. Hopefully you'll get that reference. The other one is minus the H. Haha. Thanks. Doctor Who? Of course. It would either be Doctor Who or Star Trek, but run, you clever boy, and remember doesn't really sound like Star Trek. Do you know Lockheed slash Floof? Lockheed, sorry. Lockheed, I did... I was in a multiplayer session with him briefly, if you mean the Trainz user. Floof, not sure. Yes. Dr. Joe Mama from Discord. Boy, I do gigs. I know what a chord is. Haha. So do I. The chord part. Gigs, not so much. And do you know chords too? Yes. Actually, I saw an UP SD59MX. Oh, let me actually look up what that is, so I know what you saw. Ah, one of those. Quite a nice locomotive. Both of them. All the chords. Floof and Lockheed are the same guy. Well, then Lockheed, he's my friend since like 2015. Yeah. Good. If I remember correctly, he was having synchronization issues with the multiplayer when we did it. We worked on many multiplayer sessions together. Good. 7 people watching. Oh, hello. Also saw a few F-59s and Siemens Chargers, if you know American trains. Yeah, although the Siemens locomotives are German built. Shadace, I've got a telephone right here. See, it's got a cord. That's my telephone. Hangs it up again, telephone rings. Shadace picks up the telephone. Shadace, hello? Telephone. I'm at your front door. Yeah, exactly, that's why I said it would be creepy. Shadace, what is your stream username? Just to friend you. Steam username. Oh, sorry, yes. Well, okay, I have two. I have my personal one, which I don't want to give out on stream now, and then there is the official one, which is for the partnership, which is the account that I'm going to publish my games on Steam on. The account I'm going to use for publishing is called Sharadice, same as the channel. So yeah, I do know those, but I haven't seen them yet myself. I like the toasters better, to be honest. Yeah, me too. The toasters are nice. Well, were nice. Swedish originally, if I remember correctly. Right, so now that I've placed those, what will be next? These ones will be next. You're next. I love the toasters. Just to be clear, we're not talking about kitchenology. Luckily, I'm from the Bay Area, so I might be able to see to that Caltrain bot. Oh, interesting. Tell me, what do you, if you've been to San Francisco, what do you think of the new transport terminal in San Francisco? You know, the one where they tore down the old one, which was originally the interurban and tram terminal near the Bay Bridge. What do you think of the new one? Not sure if you can friend Steam developers though. I don't know either. But if you can, then that's the name. Toasters or chargers. I like the Transbay one better. Sad to see it go. I've never seen IRL and now I never will. Yeah, well, there are a lot of things that you've never seen IRL and that you never will see IRL ever. more things that you will never see than things that you will see. Which shouldn't really come to surprise to anyone. Yes. So, Slovak Eagle, have you crashed yet in the multiplayer? Have you crashed? Or has anyone crashed in the multiplayer session, I mean? Exactly. Game crash? No. I meant train crash, not game crash. Train crash? No. Ah, great. Crashed game or crashed train? Other train crash? Yes. We lost 5 locos. Ooh. Was it an AI crash or what happened? Yikes. Are the drivers alright? You mean the driving wheels? I'd assume that they're probably not steam locomotives, but if they were, then I don't think they are. Yeah, ask them. Are you alright? Yeah. Players not knowing how to switch junctions. Oh, I see. What map are you playing on, if I may ask? Are you playing on Eagle County? Eagle County. What's worse? Mosquitoes, flies, stink bugs, cockroaches, bees, wasps, or spiders? Well, objectively worse, none of them. They're all animals. They are not bad because they do not have the ability to be malicious, probably, or malevolent. However, so if you mean from an appearance point of view, purely aesthetic, I would say they're all equally bad because they're all equally good. From what I would least like to have crawl around me, I would say probably wasps. I would not like to have wasps crawl around me. Second to that, stink bugs, then mosquitoes. Well, actually no, wasps, then bees, then stink bugs, then mosquitoes, then spiders, then cockroaches, then flies. If that's what you meant. Scar Hills? No, he said the multiplayer session doesn't work for it in Service Pack 2. I will have to fix that and update it when I've got it installed. So, yeah. We are playing on Feuerbüchsdecke County 2. Oh! Interesting. Coleman Mount... Oh, wait. That is true. Oh, hello, Sweater Gaming. Welcome. Do you want to have a quick look what I've been doing this stream? Do you want to have a quick look at it? If you do, I'm going to start showing it in 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Now, so, basically, this bit. I painted the stuff, in the forest, made the grass here, made this field, and just generally worked in this area. The power lines, substation. I'm not sure if this is realistic. I'll maybe have to catch up on it later. Yes, I'm at the moment painstakingly putting down all of these shrubs which I have to move into the ground a bit because it's on a slope and otherwise they'd be floating, which I do not want. So, yes, that's what I'm doing at the moment. And if you weren't looking during that, well, then I've just showed it again for people who are currently watching the stream who maybe want to catch up because they forgot what I was doing. Anything that buzzes, ugh. We having fun. Great. All of them except bees. Sveda, you intruder! Oh, it's fine. He can intrude in the stream anytime he wants. As long as I haven't banned him, of course. Which will not happen. Right, Switter? I won't have to ban you. Yeah. Buzzes? Buzzes. I know, hee. Sweater Gaming, hello, Mr. Sweater. Yeah, Sweater. If you don't behave, I will eat your gingerbread man. Do you mean the one in his profile picture on Discord? Fair enough. Janice, maybe put a chain link fence around the power station? Yeah, I'll probably do something like that, but I haven't even done the field there yet, or fields there, so I don't know what I want it to look like. As for Scar Hills, I am volunteering to create a Tier 19 version. Well, let me deal. Okay, I want to have a look at it in Tier 19. Try to get the. Actually, if I can't do that. Okay. If you want to create a Tier 19 version of Scar Hills, then as long as you give credit for the route, like for the original route, then yes, go ahead. I mean, it is out there. I want it to be able for people to use. If you want to create a new version of it, then that's fine. Go ahead. Yes. Yes, it's profile picture in Discord. Yes, I thought you might have meant that. And yes, I do realize this is quite boring, doing all of this work, but it has to be done. It has to be done for it to look good. Or, I guess as good as I want. I can make a clone, give it to you, and then you can upload it yourself. Oh, well, that would be even better then, although wouldn't it still say that it's you're the author of it? Or, well, I guess I could change in the config. But yeah, if you allow me to, I'm willing to fix it up. Well, that would basically you'd just be doing a service for me of fixing my route so it still works with the newest version of the game. If you want to do that, then who am I to stop you? Boring? No. This right here, this is perfection. This is great. This is marvelous. This is riveting gameplay. Ah, yes, indeed. If you do save as in the surveyor, it will write to your name. Ah, yes. You're right, it will. Although, what about the scenarios? Because the sessions, there was some way of changing. Like, if you changed, I wonder if they would still work with it. Like, if I changed the map KUID of the sessions, do you think, like, of copies of the sessions, do you think that they would theoretically still work with it? Or I can try to get the sessions done too. I mean, if you could do that, I mean, that would be marvelous. However, please do not feel any responsibility to do this. Just putting it out there. Yes. But if you do, then thank you very, very much. It would save me a lot of time. I'm so happy that I'm using keyboard shortcuts. If I wasn't using keyboard shortcuts... Okay, I'm going to do it without keyboard shortcuts for a little while, just to demonstrate. So, go over here, add one, go over here, then put it further down. Go over here, then add one, go over here, put it further down. Here, then add one, go over here, put it further down. Oops, not that far further down, this far. That's how it would be without using keyboard shortcuts. With using keyboard shortcuts, it would be like this, which I've been doing it so far. So you can see just how much quicker this is. And that is why in my when I recommend in my tutorials I did mention that using keyboard I did mention keyboard shortcuts for the keys if they have them, just so that people can learn them straight away, because it just saves so much time. Don't worry, I will try. Doesn't mean I will succeed. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. I was thanking you for trying, if you indeed are still going to try. Also, slightly off topic, I was just wondering, do you prefer to be called Slovak or Eagle? I've heard both. Eagle. Trainz, don't do this to us. I've only done a couple of them, don't worry. Anything that works for you can go. Friends approach me with both. Trainz, hey, you used the shift keyboard shortcut. Well, that's not a shortcut, because shortcut implies that it is cutting the process of going somewhere, clicking on it short by using a key. However, to only move it up and down in increments, not in meters, there is no way of doing that outside of holding down the shift key, which means that it's not actually cutting anything short. It's just a standalone feature, basically. With lowering, down. I see. Nice, thanks. Your name, Eagle, reminds me of Snack. You maybe know why. Yeah, but my plan with Skiles is to bring at least multiplayer. That would be very good. Yeah, true. I'm good. I'm happy that you accept the truthfulness of my statements. And by the way, if you're wondering which keyboard shortcuts I'm holding down, I'm using A to go to the Add tool, then I'm clicking, then I press H to go to the Height tool, then I'm holding Shift and dragging down to incrementally move down the shrubbery, then I go back to A, click and place the next one. So, yeah. Although you have to be careful to release the left click first before releasing shift, because if you do it otherwise, if you do it the other way, then it will lose its incremental position and will snap back to the object position, like the meter position. Read closely. Snaku. I can take care of it tomorrow as well. The 1890s route is gonna be some time before finished. Yeah, I would guess so. I have 10 miles now. I need more cargo and stations. Yeah, I can see that. What do we want to do next? Right, next I want to place some of... Actually, are those? Wait. Oh, those... Oh, yeah, right, that was already lower down. So I need to place these ones, which are the other kind of shrub. I'm not going to use that many. I'm not going to use that many of these. Just a few of them to kind of spice up the color palette, as it were. If I... Oh, no, these ones were... No, these ones were the ones I was using. I'm going to need to use the other ones. I accidentally grabbed the wrong ones. I want to use these ones. No, are these... Oh, did I accidentally place the wrong ones everywhere? Oh, well, that wouldn't be very good. Oh, I did. I accidentally placed the light ones here. Well, that's going to be an interesting feature on this map because I'm not changing it. I know, I could go into bulk replace assets and then replace them, but I mean, it's already done like this, so might as well just leave it as an interesting feature if anybody notices it. Let's move this a bit further down, sort of like this. I know I say this almost every stream, almost every Trainz stream, but I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I really genuinely am happy with how this is turning out. It's not like I guess it's okay, yeah, I'm just getting through this. No, I really do like this, and I'm satisfied with it, and that is such a good experience. If you've made something and you yourself think it's good, then it's good. At least if you're someone who's usually very critical of their own work, which I am. I am quite critical of my own work. Which doesn't mean that I see it in which doesn't mean that I think that I see it in an unrealistic way, because with the thing is, most things I make, when I make them, I think, well, they're good. Then later on, when I look at them, it's like, oh, right, yeah, I could have improved this. Now I would make it differently now. I mean, you know this, in one of my earliest streams, when I showed you the Beetlebrook line, I talked about different things that I did there and things that I could improve now. So you know that I'm quite critical of my own work. Oi, where do you know my name from? Yeah. Richard Bosnack. It says on your YouTube page. So it is. Richard and Bosnack wasn't there. I know. I saw it too. In case you didn't see. Yeah. Slovak's name revealed. Lol. Forgot to end the first marks. It's fine. And for Eagle County, Brandt is working on signals. And I will take care of station lights. We plan on 3 different era sessions: modern, 1980s, 1930s, maybe something in between too. Interesting. So we want time-specific signals. Trainz stream. Yeah, sure it is. The bushes on the embankment is the way nature intended. No point attempting to change it now. Ha. Yeah, sorry, Shadows. I need to watch Anthony. No, completely fine. That is fine. Go right ahead. Enjoy your stream. Oh, and say hi. Say hi to Anthony from me if you want to. Trust me, you will like my edits on all 3 routes. Yeah, I trust you. Need? Either way. Bye. Just got back. Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. Did you spot anything interesting on the rails? Thanks. How's the stream? It's going quite well. I've placed down all of these shrubs here. From this point forward, all of these shrubs, which took a very long time because I have to move them all individually down into the ground because it's on a slope. Yes, we've had some nice conversations. Yeah, it's been nice. How about a session set in the 1530s with horses going everywhere? Well, technically, if you wanted to do that, you could. Like, for example, with this. The tracks are here. If I want to make a session where horses went on this, I could select all the different track splines individually and put them for that session on a bound layer, which means the way that bound layers work is that the object is actually on the normal layer it says up here. But for the purposes of the session in which the bound layer is changed, it will act as though it's on this layer. So if you have, like for example, the tracks on the root layer, but you want to remove some tracks for a specific session, you can put them on a session-specific bound layer, then hide that layer, and the tracks will be gone only in that session. So the thing is, it works for everything except for terrain features, which is why, for example, the ballast, I wouldn't be able to remove. I'd either have to put splines on top, or I could use the ballast, if it works for that, as the road. So previously, there is a normal road there where horses go along, and then the tracks are put on top. So yeah, that's actually not too far-fetched. I mean, it wouldn't work, but still. Again, I saw, yeah. Which isn't common. No, I meant between what you said previously and what you saw now, because you went away again and then you came back. I thought you may have saw something interesting in that time period. Do you want a medieval route? Sure. Yes, medieval America, please. Yes. I'd love to have some of the Native American cultures in there. Also, actually, no, a Mexican route set in the medieval age would be quite interesting. 1500s. Give me some months, lol. I have lots of stuff. My priority right now that multiplayer works is to fix existing routes. Nice. Hence why Scar Hills in Eagle County. Gonna watch both Anthony and you with different tabs. Haha, that's gonna be interesting. Enjoy. Hope it doesn't get too confusing. Haha. I will do the 1980s route, then do something with Eagleville. But before that, Shinkansen will come out. Ooh, interesting. Lol, Kagavango. I'll mainly watch this and mute Anthony for now. Shredis doesn't stream Trainz every day. Oh, Anthony does, apparently. That's interesting. Yeah, I stream Trainz twice a week, as you probably know. 1980s? Shredis? No, I said 1890s. Yeah, it's confusing because you probably know this, but in German, when you say numbers after 20, though the two positions are reversed. So instead of saying 24, so 24, you would say 42. 24, so 4 and 20. A bit like you say 15, because we say in English, you say 15, so 5, 10. So in Germany, that just continues, which is why when I read numbers, I have to stop and think, wait, do I have to reverse it? Which way does it go? In which language am I saying the number? Which is why I sometimes accidentally reverse numbers, which, if it's an important thing, I will pay attention to not reverse them, but sometimes it does happen. Although I did recognize the number as the correct date, I just said it the wrong way around. Lol. And I didn't say it either. Eagle did. Okay. Oh, right. Yes. Okay, let's say it's a route in 1900. Oh, I was looking forward to a route set in the 19th century. There's so few of them. Take that, confusion. It's 13 and up. 13. Yeah, you're right. Let's just round it off to a nice 2000, eh? Well, why not make it 2000 BC? Also, 3, 10, yes, 13, I get it. XD. Now, let's round it down to 1000, why not? Yeah, I mean, that would be really interesting. Yes, it would. We could have the Norse invasion of Britain then. Also, did you know that some of the bodyguards of the Byzantine emperors were actually Vikings? And by that I do mean Vikings. Not just Norse men, but Vikings, so raiders. Because if you didn't know, Viking was actually an occupation. It meant raiding. So you could be a Viking, which means you're a raider. To go on a raid is to go on a Viking. It's just a word for raid. So if someone says, oh, the Vikings lived in Norway in this time, they exist in this time, and they lived there, and they are talking about Viking women and Viking children, then they're probably actually talking about the Norse people. Yeah? Not actually Vikings, though. Yes. Yeah, good idea. Okay. Alright. Good. Oh, yes. 2000 BS? 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 I don't want 2000 BS. I've got enough BS as it is. Let's build the pyramids. Well, actually, the pyramids are debatably older because they do have water damage on them, which indicates that the Nile must have flooded, which would indicate that they are actually far older than they are estimated at, because the thing is, with stone, you can't carbon date it. If it's volcanic stone, if it's fossilized, if it's stone because it's fossilized, then yes, you can carbon date it, which is how carbon dating works. But just stone that's been dug out of the earth and used for building, you don't know how old it is from that. Yes. Set in Byzantium. Make a scenario where you pilot one of their ships. You mean with the Greek fire? The flamethrowers on them? BS? Yes, Slovak Eagle said, oh yes, 2000 BS. Or BC. Yes, I said BC, Slovak Eagle said BS. That's probably what you were referencing. You're probably not referencing me saying that, because when you wrote that, I probably hadn't said it yet. Which you've probably just now written that you meant Slovak Eagle, not me. Which is quite interesting how futile it is to try to stop these things from happening by saying it, because it's too late now, probably. Or maybe not. Yeah, Viking. Yes. Shadis, maybe that's where hiking came from. Maybe. I don't know. It could be. Or it could be entirely unrelated. BC, XD, lol. Oh, I'm gonna go on a Viking. What did he say? Something about hiking? Yes, Mowgli Opa. XD, lol. Whatever, just any of the Viking ships. Shadis, I didn't write it. Aha, yes, now I know you did not. So it wasn't as futile as you might think. 6 minutes past. Oh, you're right. You are absolutely right. I completely forgot. Well, we made some good progress, I think. Thank you very much for reminding me. Stream passenger. Oi, you're 7 minutes late. Stop on it. Step on it. Stop on it. Step on it. Right. I think this is good progress. I know it's progress. Right. So. Actually, I think that, well, maybe the other way would look better. No, this way definitely looks better. I think that this is probably a good thumbnail. maybe zooming in a little bit. Not from down here. Maybe something like this would be good. Maybe if I would really like to get the corner in there as well, but maybe I can't do that. Maybe something more like, well, like this should be good. Okay, so let me read chat. Lol. Trainz, driver. Step on what? The regulator isn't a foot lever? Pedal, dear sir. Yeah. Prob gonna stream Rocket League or Tane in a few minutes. Vote Tane. Lol, okay, I'll do Tane. Nice. I've been meaning to start a new route anyways. Oh, that's very nice. Well, if you stream Tane, I may not be able to join that many streams. However, one second. Where is it? There we go. Yes, if you stream Tane, then I may join streams if I can. It's very interesting, so you deserve that. If you didn't know, yeah, it's fine. Hopefully I'll be able to join for a bit. Nice, lovely shot. Trainz, you don't have to, lol. If you have to go, then you have to go. Yeah, I know. So, just gonna go Trainz now. Gonna really quit Trainz now. There we go. And right, it's Saturday, so next stream will also be Trainz, which means I'll keep it in this setting for now. So, shoutouts. And with that, we have arrived at the shout-out part of the stream. By the way, if I increase the brightness of my screen, it looks like this, which is quite bright, a bit painful as well, so I'll decrease the brightness again. If I turn all the way down, it looks like this. Previously, it was like this. So there you go. Shout-out station, everyone get off. Right. Get off. It's a Kangafango, yes. Streams OMSI 2 map development, Trainz map development, exploring Colorado and the American Truck Simulator new DLC. Yes, Slovak Eagle is part of the Central Europe development team. He also streams. Sweder is part of it as well. The Branded K on Twitch also streams sometimes. There's also some other people. He's also part of the Central Europe development team. Things like that. And there's other people in stream, as you can see, also stream apparently. So, if you're interested, why not just have a look? See, maybe you find that interesting, maybe not. Really isn't for me to tell. Not really Colorado anymore, but still thanks. Not Colorado, so you're gonna drop American Truck Simulator then? It was nice for you exploring Colorado. The new DLC, the new thing. Thanks. See ya. Sure. Thank you very much for joining. It's been nice having you a bit more active in the chat, Slovak Eagle. Maybe it's because you're playing multiplayer. Ha! I'm gonna get some prep work for Scar Hills. Ooh, interesting. It is very flattering to have someone outside of me put work into my project so that they are as good as they can be. It's quite flattering, actually. Thank you very much for trying. Not saying that I expect it to be finished or anything like that. Just thank you for trying. I've pretty much explored the bulk of it, but thanks. I should be paying more attention to driving, but yes. Okay, well, in that case, this stream will be archived on YouTube. In case you didn't know, the name is just Shared. It's the channel, like I said in the very first episode of this. Actually, wait a minute. This may be a momentous occasion. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I've just passed 150 subscribers on YouTube, but that's not what I meant. That's what I meant. It's not this one. It's not this one. The next live stream, the next Trainz live stream, which will be my next live stream, is going to be my 50th Trainz live stream. Now, 2 of them weren't route building. 2 live streams were multiplayer only. Well, I say multiplayer. One was expected to be multiplayer, but then it was more voice chat, which was quite nice as well. So, yes, the next Trainz live stream will be 50th Trainz live stream I've done. Each of them is 2 hours. Most of them more than 2 hours. Well, one of them is less than 2 hours, but most of them are a bit more than 2 hours. Oh, we've gone a quarter of an hour over time. Sorry, I'm really not paying attention to time that much. Sorry. Good example for them giving over time. But yeah, that is a lot. It is a lot. And we've done a lot. Wow. Bye 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 bye. Next year we'll be exploring Wyoming, hopefully. Hopefully. Bye bye bye. 150, nice. It's actually 151 to be precise. Wow, I've missed a lot. Anthony's streaming. Oh, well then if you're there, say hi for me. 50th. Just another 50 and then we'll be at Trainz Live number 100. Building the Milton Valley Railroad. I mean, hopefully the railroad will be done before then, but it may not be. We might get to 2000 before it's done. So, we doing multiplayer on next stream? I don't think so. I would if I had Service Pack 2 installed by then, but the way things are looking now, I don't think I'll have Service Pack 2 installed by Tuesday. However, when I do have it installed, I definitely want to do multiplayer. I definitely want to do it. Would be nice. Yes, it would. JK, JK, JK. Up to you, of course. Yeah. I wish I had TS 2019. Yeah, it is very nice. Sorry to put it that bluntly, but it is. JK, 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 JK. What does the author of Harry Potter have to do with this? I mean, when it's... Okay, here's one thing I've noticed. When people are saying something and they want you to know that they don't mean it seriously, for some reason, they always bring up J.K. Rowling. I don't know why. I mean, I guess Harry Potter doesn't really make that much cohesive sense if you look at it. There are a lot of issues with it from a narrative standpoint, from tension building, from continuity. So maybe it's because of that? I honestly don't know. That has confused me ever since I first came to the UK and started speaking English. It's just so confusing. Huh. I guess this would be a good opportunity to say JK. Wink wink. Lol XD, ha ha ha. XD, this is hilarious. Psst. I'm gonna drop a life changer. Prepare yourself. I'm prepared. J.K. Rowling. J.K. stands for just kidding. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Right, I'm gonna quit now. Bye. Oh, hello, Anthony Saracen. You're literally just coming as I'm ending the stream. So bye, and have fun with your stream. Have fun with your stream. Yes, bye. Gonna stream now. Good. Bye. I'm still live. Yep. Perfect point of joining. Exactly. Actually, I'm gonna wave. over here. Actually, I'm going to wave like this, because then I won't obscure the lovely decoration. So if I wave like this, it's going to be fine. So, bye! Just a nice ending sound for you there. Bye. Lol, bye bye bye, hello. Yeah.